Hey y'all, it's me. It is DW. Yes, the one and only David Washington. This is the David Washington Show, and it is July 4th. And you all will probably get this on July 5th in the morning. But I wanted to get this out. I'm going to try to be brief, but going with the theme of independence, I was thinking over the last week or so, but for the most part, in the last maybe 24, 48 hours, this particular episode came to mind. But if y'all following the news, you know that it's been about a week now since the first presidential debate between President Biden and former President Donald J. Trump occurred. And we also received many opinions from the Supreme Court of these United States. And, people are talking about it. People are talking about a lot of the stuff that, we've been talking about for a long time, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump, whether it's the Chevron deference, whether it's, just about anything. EMTALA. But, however, I really wanted to say something about y'all, about you all gaining your independence, declaring your independence from the political affiliations that we cling so tightly to. And I know we're people, and we like to be in collectives, in our tribes, in our groups, in our cliques, in our clubs, so forth and so on. However, in many of the conversations that I've been having lately, folks have been telling me that they're tired. They're tired of the fighting. They're tired of red and blue, Democrat, Republican, the division in our country, and that it's time to start having this honest conversation. Really, it's time to have an honest conversation. And, the Supreme Court's opinion decision on Trump's immunity claim and how that has just reverberated throughout the political environment. It's got people talking and thinking. And I was in a conference call, early morning conference call with Jay Townsend, renowned speaker, political consultant extraordinaire, early Wednesday morning. And thank you, Mr. Townsend, for taking the time to speaking with me as long as you did. It was inspirational. And as you said, it's good to have a kindred spirit. And understanding that the partisanship is hurting America. It's pulling us further and further apart, and we need to come closer and closer together. It was an inspirational conversation with Mr. Townsend, and I hope to have Jay Townsend on one of our shows and interview him because he's got some great insight into his decades and some great stories too. Decades worth of really valuable information. And I was reading Billy Townsend, his blog, a article from his blog, his Billy Townsend's blog, and no relation that I'm aware of, but Billy Townsend's blog is called Public Enemy Number One. And this kind of hits closer to home because it's about the caste system here in Florida, CASTE. And he's talking about, the Democrats and the Republicans, but more importantly, the Republicans. And the title of his public enemy number one, the number one, uh, is an untouchable lib opts out of Florida's political undercast and is subtitled or subtopic or it's ruling caste can't exist without undercast. I'm leaving one in the effort to destroy both. This is Billy Townsend. The blog is in Substack. It was dated June 23rd, 2024. I've had it in my queue of blog posts to read, and I finally read it earlier today, and I highly recommend that you all read it. He he lays it out here in Florida. There's a caste system. And the Democrats are obviously the undercast because they are largely out of power. They wield no power. They wield very little influence outside of their demographic. It's the Republicans who hold the power. And with that power comes the ability to influence legislation, influence legislators, and grow their network and become even that much more of influence over Florida political business. And it was I read some parts a couple of times. It is a very well written blog post, very thorough. And there were some things that I just couldn't catch at first. But Billy Townsend laid out an argument to say, hey, why continue to get our asses kicked as Democrats when the ease of moving from the undercast to the majority cast is so easy and no accountability and to change things from within? It had me thinking, and we're about the same age as I see his voter information card. I'm a little bit older than he is. But it was very interesting. He first registered in 1999 here in Florida, and his new voter registration card is dated May 31st, 2024. Very recent. Things have to happen. And organizations like Braver Angels, in New York, equally bring the polar opposites together and try and hash things out. I was listening to them on one of my podcasts earlier today, and I guess the theme I'm going with here is the partisanship is hurting America, and supermajorities definitely do not help, like here in Florida. People need to be engaged, and the lack of civic engagement hurts the most. Okay? And I just heard on another podcast that I listened to. I've listened to a lot today. It's been a busy day, my 4th of July, but a very productive day. And a lot of podcasts I've been able to finish in my queue. And in one of them, there was a young brother who was asked, among a group, who's here, watch the debate. And the brother's like, not me. And the host was like, why? And he said, it doesn't pertain to me. He's like, what do you mean it doesn't pertain to you? You're a citizen of the United States of America, aren't you? He's like, yes. So it does pertain to you. Oh, I'm not registered. What? How old are you? 25. What? And you're not registered? You never voted? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. None of that matters to me. It's not on my radar. And to hear that from a young black man who has his own business, who's never been registered to vote, who is eligible to vote and is in no hurry to find out politically what's going on around them. It broke my heart because for 35 odd years, I worked. I worked to get people registered, to get people civically engaged. And to hear that, it broke my heart. And so we need more civic engagement. We need more voices to be able to come together and have tactful, intelligent, peaceful conversations. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has commented on our content, especially within the last week because of the debate, the SCOTUS decisions that were dropped. Our podcast, my appearance on Live Now on Fox, has sparked a lot of comment, and I really appreciate it. And for those who see things differently, I appreciate you even more because we have had some really good conversations back and forth. And I'm willing to entertain, again, respectful, tactful, intelligent conversation with those who support what I'm saying, those who have a different perspective. That's what civic engagement is all about. So I don't know. It's this week has been something. This past week has been incredible, and just you know, everything that I've learned. And I tell people, if I'm not learning something new every day, then I must be dead. I mean, really, because there's so much information out there, so much for us to learn, and I. It's about growth. It's about it's about growth. And who doesn't want to grow? Who doesn't want to see a better version of themselves? And I like to surround myself around people who are growing, who do want to see a better version of themselves, the people around them, and America. One young man in particular, his name is Kellen Clark. He is our political director. He is also the number one to my CEO. And Kellen has done a fantastic job of identifying 15 lies that were told during the first presidential debate, whether it was Trump or Biden. He laid it out 15. And Kellen did a great job. I encourage all of you to check that out. The title, I should pull up the title, is called 15 Debate Lies Debunked. It's on our You Can Make This Shit Up channel and playlist. So check it out. 15 Debate Lies Debunked. Kellen did a great job. And Kellen, keep up the great work. You are doing fantastic. So, on that note, I really appreciate everything that you all have done for me. And that means coming back, listening to what I have to say. And I hear it out in the community. I hear it coming back to me. Let's have a conversation. I won't bite too hard, but I will have a conversation with you, an honest conversation. And, even amongst my Central Florida community, we're not going to see eye to eye. We're not. And you may have one way of doing things. I may have one way of doing things. And we may be effective in those strategies. But the end goal, or at least me, is getting the best people with the best ideas to represent their community and get them elected. That's it. And they're out there. And I encourage anyone who's interested, whether you want to meet with us to learn about what we do here at Jay in Washington, DM us, give us a call, email. If you want a one-on-one, email us, DM, phone call, or if you want to be a client, we do that too. And I'm really busy, but that's okay. I'm willing to at least take the time and have that conversation with you and see exactly what you can do for your community. So please, everyone, please like, share, hit the notification button. But more importantly, what I love is that you do engage us, that you engage us by commenting. Because I mean, I respond almost all of the comments, especially if they're directed towards me. Um, Joel will also um, reply to comments. Kellen also will reply to comments. Um, wow, just this past week, just the last several months, our team has been knocking it out of the park. I want to thank Danielle, Cedra, who just came on board as our political associate, officially on board, and Laurie, who is helping us create a monetization strategy for all of our platforms. And then there is Lexi. Lexi has been knocking it out for us on our social media, TikTok, Instagram. We were like freaking non-existent, okay? And then we lost our TikTok, our first TikTok account, and then we recreated a business account, and she's been knocking it out of the park. All the ladies have been knocking it out of the park. Danielle with the Informer, with the Hawkeye blog, and Laurie, sorry about that. Just getting us on the other platforms. That has been a Herculean, I think I said that right, task. Cedric just joining us and going to be involved in more of the political things that we're involved in. And then again, Lexi just knocking it out of the park on our social media. Of course, Kellen. I mean, he's like the Swiss Army knife of J&W. He could do it, pretty much all of it. And of course, candidate Joel Hawksley for Castleberry Commissioner here in Florida. Man, he's juggling a lot, but he's going to take care of business. And, I've asked Joel to regularly do a vlog of his campaign. And I'm really excited by his campaign for my own selfish reasons, because now, besides telling you how we manage campaigns and all that stuff and winning strategies in our Leadership Academy that we hope to launch in the first or second quarter of 2025, we can now tell you what it's like to run for office through Joel's experience. This is great. This is incredible. And so, again, everyone, please comment. Thank you again. I thought this was going to be short. We're coming up to 20 minutes, but you guys and ladies have been great. I appreciate you, and we'll see you the next time. We're out of here, right? Talk to you. Bye now.